on. Working on right now. This is video number 10 of the bass improvement video logs. Want to welcome everybody and thank you for coming out to check out my progress and see how I'm building. I'm working out of the standard book, book 1, Standard of Excellence by Bruce Pearson. In this video, I'm going to be exemplifying through my practice exercises 44 through 54. Feel free and please do comment below. Please subscribe to the channel. Share it with friends to bring a bit of support to the room. Also down below in the comments section, I have the detailed description, as well as within that detailed description there is other resources that you can find me at. Or find me where you can find me. I'm gonna go ahead and start maybe warming up a little bit on this page 44 warm up. It's on page number 44 warm up on page number 13, and moving forward. F, D, B flat, E flat, C, A, 2, 3, 4, B flat, D, F, 2, 3, 4, C, F, B flat. Now, if you're playing these exercises with a director, feel free to hold at the fermatas. There's actually a fermata at every whole note, so look forward to it being more like F, D, B flat, E flat, C, A, B flat, D, F, C, F, B flat. Alright, so then exercise number 45 is 8th note encounter. Exercise 45, page 13. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got D, 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 repeat. D, 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 with the emphasis on the technique, which is alternating from the index finger to the middle finger. So you should end off with starting the last measure with the middle finger. I'm saying there, which is very important to the technique. You get the notes down, but then there's a proper strategic way in which you build the muscle memory and the connection between the brain and the fingers, in which enables you to be able to fulfill what the music says in the future. Alright, so next is exercise 46 called Jim Along Josie. It's an American folk song. It's got a repeat on there, so it's going to turn into an 8-bar exercise from the transition of the 4 bars that we see right here in the beginning. 1, 2, ready, and we got F, F, D, 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 C, C, D, D, F, 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 D, 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 C, C, B flat, repeat. F, 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 C, C, D, D, F, 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 D, 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 C, C, B flat, repeat, I messed up. F, F, D, 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 C, C, D, D, F, 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 D, 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 and C, C, B flat, repeat. F, F, D, 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 C, C, D, D, F, 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 D, 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 and C, C, B flat. I feel really good getting into the habit of saying the notes out loud Not saying them in my head, but saying the notes out loud. Well, granted, I'm not playing tuba, which is a vocal instrument. I can say the notes out loud, but I recommend that. I haven't been doing this long at all, but I do recommend saying the notes out loud. A lot of other people say them too, say that you should, call the notes out as well out loud. But I really feel like what I'm saying with my mouth almost literally controls my fingers. I feel like if I say the right notes, my fingers are going to the right places. Whereas before, when I wasn't saying the notes, it felt like, okay, I'm thinking them and I'm playing them, and oh man, I just don't know what note to think right now, or you get kind of confused sometimes when you're saying it. But when you command a vocal response, then everything just gets in line. And then, especially when it comes to repetition and building a routine with it, I feel really connected with the music. Anyways, moving on. 2, 3. This is going to be exercise 47. It's called Eighth Notes Explorer. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got E flat, 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 E flat. Repeat. E flat, flat, E 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 flat, and good. 2, 3, 4. Next exercise is exercise 48 with Standard of Excellence, book by Bruce Pearson. Exercise 48 is called Go Tell Bill. It looks like it's composed by Gioacchino Rossini, with a lifespan of from 1792 to 1868. Whew. All right, let's rock and roll. This is Go Tell Bill. 2, 3, and 4. We got B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, F, G, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, F, G, F, D, B flat, 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 E flat, F, G, E flat, E flat, B flat, B flat, C, D, D, E flat, D, E flat. That's a fermata. We're gonna repeat that. I messed it up and it wasn't too clean. And ready. 2, 3, and go. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, F, G, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, G, G, F, D, B flat, 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 E flat, F, G, E flat, E flat, B flat, B flat, C, D, D, E flat, D, E flat. I'm gonna repeat that again. This is the third measure that I think tripped me up. I'm gonna try it one more time all the way through. If I don't get it this other time all the way through, that's when we need to take the time to extract out the mistake, isolate it, take care of it, and move forward. Well, not move forward, but redo it again and then cement it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, F, G, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, G, G, F, D, B flat, 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 E flat, F, G, E flat, E flat, B flat, B flat, C, D, D, E flat, D, E flat. All right, so we did that one correctly, but I did mess up once. So I'm not really one that's for just playing it correctly one time if I messed it up twice. Like I always say, you kind of need to play it correctly at least double the amount of times that you play it incorrectly to cement something correct. But anyway, we're going to do Go Tell Bill one more time. This is exercise 48 out of a goal of 54 for the day. 48, 2, 3, and 4. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, F, G. Ooh, do that again. 2, 3, and 4. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, F, G, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, G, G, F, D, B flat, 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 E flat, F, G, E flat, E flat, B flat, B flat, C, D, D, E flat, D, E flat, repeat. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, F, G, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, G, G, F, D, B flat, 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 E flat, F, G, E flat, E flat, B flat, B flat, C, D, D, E flat, D, E flat, repeat. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, F, G, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat, G flat, G flat, F, D, B flat, 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 E flat, F, G, E flat, E flat, B flat, B flat, C, D, D, E flat, D, E flat fermata, and release. All right. So the next one is called Go for Excellence. This is exercise 49 out of a goal of 44 through exercises 44 through 54 with an highlight on quality. You don't want to just do a bunch of exercises and get the amount of exercises done per day, even though that is the goal. My bass mentor and band director, Ms. Arnisa Woods, taught me on the quality feature today. We had a brief talk today about it, and it enlightened some things for me as well. Also talked to my brother Clifford Southern, band director as well. And just the two of these guys, one's my mother. Arnisa Woods is pretty much like my mother. And brother Southern's like my big brother, man. Just almost like an uncle to me. You know what I mean? But I mean, they're just recommending, that it's all about, really demanding an expansion upon your expertise, but demanding an expansion of quality expertise. You want to push yourself, but you want to, you don't want to just play 20 exercises and just play 20 exercises. I played them. Yeah, I'm done. You want to have it sound good, sound great, sound quality, and that's something that you got to place emphasis upon, because not everybody will even think about that. I think it's kind of ingrained into me to want a quality of sound out because I listen to so much music. But I was really thankful to really have Miss Woods and Mr. Southern in my corner to be able to direct me upon a profitable, prosperous approach towards this journey of bass improvement. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and go on to exercise 49. We played Go Tell Bill like twice improperly and about double the amount of times properly, and cleaned up those that measure that was So I was happy about that. First two times it wasn't even like, it wasn't on point. Let's just say that. You wouldn't want to play it like that for performance. But moving on to exercise 49, go for the excellence. 1, 2, ready, and B flat, D, F, D, D, C, D, E flat, A, C, E flat, C, B flat, C, D, rest. F, D, B flat, D, D, E flat, F, G, G, F, E flat, D, D, C, B flat, 2, rest, 2, repeat, messed up. B, D, F, D, D, C, D, E flat, A, C, E flat, C, B flat, C, D, rest. F, D, B flat, D, D, E flat, F, F, G, F, E flat, D, D, C, B flat. So what's happening is on that one measure, I'm actually I'm missing the open G, which is very imperative. So when we repeat this exercise again, we're going to try to go for the excellence this time. And 1, 2, 3, 4. B flat, D, F, D, D, C, D, E flat, rest. A, C, E flat, C, B flat, C, D, rest. F, D, B flat, D, D, E flat, F, G, F, E flat, D, D, C, B flat, rest, repeat. B flat, D, F, D, D, C, D, E flat, rest. A, C, E flat, C, B flat, C, D, rest. F, D, B flat, D, D, E flat, F, G, F, E flat, D, D, C, B flat, rest. That's a really beautiful warm up, actually. I like to play that for a warm up to play, get all my just pop the pencil top off my pencil on accident. I imagine if I had a classroom full of students, they'd probably been laughing at me by now, depending on what age they were. Anyways, exercise 49, I'm gonna check that off as a potential warm up because I like the way I like the way it pretty much incorporated all the different notes in there that we've learned so far. I know that we're working on a particular key that doesn't enable us to, exemplify or practice this open E right now, but because we haven't been practicing this note. I want to incorporate this note, so that I can enable it on playing or learning my notes. All right, moving on to exercise number 50. 3, 4. It's called Eighth Note Express. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got F, 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 F. Good. So with that exercise, it's more these eighth notes. They're really solidifying, hammering into our mentalities, into our psyche, the approach of the technique. Because if you start off on the index finger, then you're walking, you're muting with the alternate finger. And if you start off with that index finger, you end up stopping with the index. So you start with the index, you end with the index. Therefore, the next measure, the next finger that you're left over with to begin the next phrase is the middle finger. So it's da 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 da, and then middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index. Then so it's teaching. I'm feeling the connection between my fingers and the alternation of the rhythms, connecting with my brain, so I know what to play next. So next thing is skip to my Lu, and is actually using the same eighth note express technique we were just talking about before on this exercise as far as the eighth notes are concerned. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got D, 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 B flat, D, 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 F, rest. C, 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 A, C, 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 E flat, rest. D, 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 B flat, D, 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 F, rest. C, 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 D, C, B flat, 2, 3, rest. So it's an interesting kind of technique to solidify in your mind that you need to be alternating on those notes. So starting off, you got index, middle, 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 middle, index, middle, index, middle, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Next one is eighth note expert, which it's placing the eighth notes on the one hand instead of on the it's one on the one hand instead of the two hand. So it's exercise number 52, eighth note expert. 2, 3, and 4. We got E flat, 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 rest. E flat, 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 repeat. E flat, 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 rest. E flat, 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 rest. All right. Now the next exercise is exercise number 53. 1, 2, ready, and E flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, F, E flat, B flat, E flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, F, E flat, 2, 3, rest. E flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, F, G, G, F, 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 G, F, E flat, 2, 3, rest. Right on. Next exercise, exercise 54, the final exercise, is baffling bar lines. You can check this out, see how baffling this is, these bar lines. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and B flat, D, F, 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 D, C, D, E flat, F, G, 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 rest. F, D, B flat, C, C, D, 2, rest. 2, we got F, F, E flat, D, C, B flat, rest. B flat, So, in my opinion, I don't think these bar lines were baffling, but um, right below on the bottom of the exercise, the reason for the actual title is because none of the measures have separations within the bar lines. So what's really supposed to happen is they want you to draw the bar lines in there, which is pretty doggone easy. The first measure is 2 half notes. You put a bar line after that. You got a quarter note, 2 eighth notes, and then you got a half note, bar line there. And you got four quarter notes. Put a bar line there. Then you got a quarter note, 2 eighth notes, and a quarter note, and then a quarter rest. That's the end of the top that row right there. Uh, the second row, you got quarter, 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 2 eighth notes, and then so you got 1, 2, 3, and you got 4 ands. So you put a bar after that last eighth note, and then you got a half note and a half rest. Put a bar line after the half rest. Got 2 eighth notes. So you got 1 and 2, 3, 4. So you got 2 eighth notes, 3 quarter notes. Put a bar line after that second quarter note. Third quarter note, and then right after that, quarter note, quarter rest, quarter note, quarter rest. It's got 2 bars. It ends the exercise of 54. Next exercise is actually exercise 55. That starts tomorrow's goal, which is exercise 55 to exercise 65. I'll probably play through them myself, but go ahead and give you guys a break from me for maybe today. I don't know. I might post. I might post another video going through those same exercises again. Heck, I might go through tomorrow's exercises and post that video early later on today. But even if I don't, or if I won't, or if I do, or if I happen to, I just want to thank you guys once again for checking out my channel. Please feel free to share and subscribe. I love any support that I can gain as far as, supportive influence, pushing me forward, maybe critique, maybe, just any comments about anything. Maybe you have a cool book that you think that I should check into. Yeah, as far as the particular level that I'm playing at right now that I should check out, and maybe I'll incorporate that into my next channel series in order that I might continue to grow as a more improved bassist. I look forward to connecting with you guys. Like I said, once again, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment below. My blog, you can check me out on my blog, which is patrickgdaniels.tumblr.com. You can check out you can follow me on Instagram and link up with me on Instagram at Pat Greg Funk Bass, which that is PATGREGFUNK Bass, BASS. Also, you can feel free to like, comment, share on my Facebook page, which is that's Patrick Daniels. And once again, I just want to thank you all for your time, and share with your friends because it helps out the channel. And once again, I want to thank my friends, my bass mentors. I want to thank Miss Arnisa Woods. I want to thank Mr. Clifford Southern. I want to thank Mr. Gabe Monticello, and thank God. Thank you all. Thank you, my family. Peace, you all. See you on the next episodes.